Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Washington State's offense will have first crack at this one. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know it, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Fires to the big fella. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have...
Turning it on! Hits him with a stiff arm. Doing some serious work on the ground. Out of bounds at the 35 after that big run. And the Cougars have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on first down. Soft spot in the middle. And what a throw to get it in there. And they've got it in business in the red zone at the 13. The Cougars had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Rides to back and leaves it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives him.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Here's a heat. Trying to set up the screen. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. So UCLA's offense will get the ball for the first time. Typically, you don't think of an offense built around its tight end, but they got no production from there last week. They'll need that to improve in this one, David.
Yeah, he's a chain mover. He's a red zone threat. That big old body, man, he's a matchup problem. So they definitely need to find a way to make sure that they're feeding the big fella, that they're using him in different ways. And listen, balance on offense is good. Still use the receivers. But, Jesse, they can't forget about that.
No, and I don't think you have to all of a sudden panic and all of a sudden reinvent your playbook offensively. You just got to execute better, and you got to give him more opportunities. I think that was one of the biggest problems their last game out. They just didn't throw it his way enough. That has to change today. He should be targeted really early in this game.
It's picked off, and that's number 10.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you can tell QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Gets it out fast. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Hold and finds his man on the left. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Caught close to the marker. It's Schwartz. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. They'll run it from the gun. Fights off a defender. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. Bulldozes his way through. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 22 after the huge pickup. The Bruins are flying down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Hauls it in. Touchdown, Bruins. All that will be in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game. But defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Using the quick game. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimum gain.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. He gets a block. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have his hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. And he makes the grab, but he's out of bounds. Incomplete pass. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, UCLA! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll pull it down. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Quarterback empties his backfield. Second down, they'll go to the air. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. No matter the sport, he epitomized the UCLA mantra, be quick, don't hurry.
I mean, what a great job of being quick off the ball. Defensive lineman, you got to be quick off the ball if you want to be disruptive, get in the backfield, and get to the quarterback.
Finds a man in the middle. There he goes. Pass the tech. Touchdown, Wazoo! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They're off to a really strong start and operating with a 14-10 lead. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Finding an escape route. There he goes. The 30. He's at the... and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bruin.
Offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period, 1st down here. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Washington State going back to work on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man in the middle. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Washington State will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Complete to start this drive. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Oh, he makes the catch. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Third down coming up after the completion. From the gun, wants to pass. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
Well, it's third and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on fourth down.
And the Bruins line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Handoff from the gun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He gets it inside the 40, but he'll be stopped at the 39. Not wide enough to move the sticks, and it's fourth down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. TCU escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think those Horned Frog fans could have done without this one being so close. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for goal position.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Used the play fake. Now to throw. Got his man quickly. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. And the Bruins want to move quickly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds and you can live to play another day here.
Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
Another big play for this offense, and I'll tell you, historically, in the best UCLA units offensively, whether they're throwing it, whether they're in the shotgun, whether they're going up-tempo or they're not, it's always so important to have balance. They've always had a guy they can turn around and hand the football off to keep defenses honest. This guy with his power and his speed, he really gives this offense a lot of flexibility.
The Bruins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the outbound. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a 1st down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He leaves it with his back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UCLA! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Running out of time here in the 1st half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a 1st down in the waning seconds of the half. to the air on first down. Swings it out to the flat. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Unleashes one. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
This time he's got it. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Had to throw it before he wanted.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Washington State sends out the punt unit. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the Rose Bowl.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Washington State has it teed up, and we're ready to go here in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And the Bruins can really attack on this second and short. from the gun. Leaves it on the inside with the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again,
Touchdown, Bruin! And the route is on. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
yeah, they had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering him. It would be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department now.
He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Leaves it with the back. Spins away from the defense. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that one.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And the Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Wide open downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Washington State has it all working right now. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Off play action. Quickly complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Under fire. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you.
What a grabble on the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. Touchdown, Cougar! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
36, Washington State, 23.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, palm them, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
From the gun, give on the inside. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Nice job to get him past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quick completion to the right. Turning it on! There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides the back on the option. The give. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Balls are fired complete. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And it's right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, throw the records out the window when Oregon and Washington fight to the finish. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, vidi, vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. Just another week in the Pac-12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Finds a man on the right. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And if I'm a defense, dude, I am perfectly fine with this. Like, I'm not giving up big plays. I'm keeping everything in front of me. The probability of them going the length of the field twice and getting two-point conversions is very, very small. So stay patient. Don't get over your skis.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cougars can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. No huddle here for the offense.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these 1st downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Off the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Tight ends are security blankets for quarterbacks, especially in situations like that, right? You don't need a lot of yards. Just find the big fella, put it on him, get the 1st down.
Wazoo headed to the line with another 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to keep it in the air. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Washington State going quickly.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Plucks it out of the air. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Touchdown Cougars. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that Pac-12 matchup that just went final moments ago. USC found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat, something this program has done time and time again inside the Coliseum. Fight on, and the men of Troy will do just that. Pac-12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks. Now on first down from the 43. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Washington State.
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with a win.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field.
Breaks into the open. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Man, how nice is it to have a guy that you can give the ball that can make such big plays? It makes play calling fun. It makes offense fun. Everything's built off of this, but when you can block it up front and give the ball to a speed so they can fly down the field, offense is a heck of a lot of fun.
The Bruins in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Illegal touchdown.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Prime field position and enough time. That's just what this team needs if they want to rally late. Off the RPO, complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Garrett. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control.
Touchdown, Washington State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a 3-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be able to handle that pressure, David. How will he respond in this situation?
And just knowing, listen, I'm only up by 3 now. If I can make this a 2-score game, I can almost put the the fourth quarter.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Finds the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Bruins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
That's what I'm talking about. What a clutch play. You had to have a play on defense. You needed to get the ball back to your offense, forcing the interception, forcing them to throw the football late in the game. Nice job by this defense. Let's give the offense a turn now.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. Pressure coming. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's got an open man. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. Looking downfield on first down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Finds his tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
QB spicing. No gain on the play. 2nd down.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Final minute of play. We are deadlocked. Guys, what a finish we're experiencing.
Man, that is a massive field goal. So much pressure on him. With just a couple of seconds left here in the game, he knocks it through the uprights. It looks like this thing's going into overtime as long as your defense is not completely screwed this thing.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Pocket breaking down. Got room at the 35. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. Wants to go up top on first down. He's taking the shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Gonna let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
This game right now is hanging in the balance. It's tight, it's close, tied here in the fourth quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Incomplete, the final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays. Back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
So here comes our first play of overtime. Here we go. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And that's a good, solid run there, Reese. And if you want to win in overtime, running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Bruins take possession first here in overtime. The give to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give from the gun. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. First and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. They'll run it on first and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times on these goal-to-go situations. First and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
Score first here in overtime. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. First down, they need to answer with a touchdown. To the air on first down. Gets it out quickly. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
Going to swing it on second down. Snagged out of the air. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got it! Touchdown, Wazoo! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie. Don't assume on this extra point. They needed to send it to a second OT. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. we got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. Complete to the right. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. And the Cougars have taken it inside the 20. Gives it on the option. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Man, you play the whole game. Now it's coming down to what? A couple of plays. It's in overtime. You're starting to move the ball closer to the opponent's end zone.
Touchdown, Cougar! That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They do not get the 2, and now the lead sits at 6 in double OT. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Creates a little room. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So now it's 2nd and long. Creates a little space. 3rd down in overtime. They have to keep the drive alive and try to get it in the house. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. One more stop by this defense wins it. 4th and long in overtime. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Can't make the grab. The desperation 4th down play.